much to attend this class. I'm very sorry actually because so for this class, everything must be online. Yeah, due to the level 3 of pandemic in Taiwan right now. So my name is Dewi. I am your lecturer for this materials testing lab, and these are my two TAs, teaching assistants, Ashi, Meishi, and also Opta. So I'm gonna show you, even though we are online right now, but I want to show you all where is the materials testing lab. So let's go. So this is our mechanical engineering department. So from this area, we will go to the second B floor by elevator, either elevator or stairs. So if later on you need to do some polishing or grinding or do something related to the material science or surface engineering for your research, you can go to that place. Okay, so let's go. Elevator? No elevator. We need to keep healthy, keep fit, so we're gonna go by stairs. Okay, so as you know, this is our E1 building. So remember, E1 building, second floor. So we're going to the second floor by the stairs. So if any one of you is trying to go to this lab, please take the stairs. This is for your own health, actually. Okay, so as you can see, this is level 2. So we will still go up, okay? Not this side, but keep going up over here. It is very weird they call it as a 2B. This means actually a 2.5 level or floor. Here, go to the left-hand side and just go straight. And you will find the room number FE 1230 over here. And the testing lab, materials testing lab is inside. So over here, you will see a lot of polishing and grinding instruments over here. We also have, if you go inside, we will have the Rockwell and, yeah. So later on, my TAs, your TAs, will have you to figure out how to deal with all of the instruments. So if you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you very much.
So here you can see our OM machine. So this is for looking at the surface of a material. Of course, it's just a simple microscope. So we use that to look at grain boundaries on the surface of a metal or some other material. Here, you can see one of our hardness test machines. So this one is for a Vickers hardness machine, while these are for HRD or HRC. So these two are more like, they don't have microscopes compared to the others. So here you have a manual hardness tester, and this one is an automatic hardness tester. So the difference is that here you have to look at the scale, measure from the scale, do everything manually, loading and everything, while here everything is automatic. You can just read the number from the screen. Good. Okay, stop.
So I'm going to introduce you some materials that we are going to use. Usually, we all are using steel or aluminum or something like that. But now, I'm going to show you about copper. Why copper? Because copper is very, very widely used by companies for the semiconductors. Okay, so talking about the coppers, actually we couldn't see the copper itself, but one of the copper materials is like this. Hopefully okay, here. So, as you can see, this is a copper, this is copper, this is copper, and this is also copper. However, you may kind of like asking questions why their colors are different. Of course, the color is different. For example, this one, this is what we call the bare copper. Later on, maybe next time, I will show you the real copper itself. So, this is the copper with some coating, and this is copper with nickel. Let me see. This is called ENIG, which means electroless nickel immersion coat. So this is after the copper. It is coated by the nickel, and then after that by the aluminum or gold. So later on, if you do not understand what coating is, Ashi will let you know how to make a coating, how to do the coating. For example, using the electroplating process. And this is the also gold. Okay, so in here I will show you after we do the coating. Obviously, this is came from the companies, the vendors or the fab, and then they send us this material, and then after that we will do the soldering. After we do the soldering, like this one, so this is the solder ball. So we melt it using the solder oven, and also over here, this is something like this. So if you know semiconductors or you know PCB, actually those came from something like this first, and then they will become a chip. For example, like this. This is the chip. As you can see, this is the chip. And maybe you are more familiar with this kind of PCB. This is the also another PCB, printed circuit boards. However, this is the solder resist, and this is how it looks like before the other process or further process. So over here we have the ASIC, and also we have the maps. And inside this chip, this is one of the chip. Okay, so this is one of the chips, and inside this chip we are usually deal with the soldering, and to simulate it, this is how it goes. So we have this substrate. This is what we call the substrate or the materials, and then we put the solder ball around 250 degrees Celsius, and later on it will go to the phase diagram, and your TA Opta will show you what is, or what he will explain to you what is the phase diagram. So anyways, after this one, then we are usually goes for the cold mounting. Okay, so after the cold mounting, it will become like this. This is a real samples, okay? So it will become like this. And your TS will show you later how to do the cold mounting, how this cold mounting process is. So there are two ways. One, this is what we call the cross section, and another one is the top view. So this is the cross section, and later on they will also show you how to do the cold mounting process for the top view. And then after that, we will go to the polishing and grinding. A lot of materials can be used or can do surface treatment, surface modification in this materials testing lab. Not only the metals, because of copper is metals, okay? We also could do those kind of stuff for the aluminum. This is aluminum. Al2O3, this is aluminum. Careful, it's very expensive. Okay, so this is aluminum. And then we also have ceramics. For example, this is ceramics. So this is after the polishing. So if you, for example, the thickness is 2 micrometer and then you want to trim out these, you want to shrink the thickness to become 1 micrometer or 0.5 micrometer, for example, you could use polishing, you could use grinding process to trim out some layers that you do not want to. And finally, the thickness become 0.5. So it will become like this. Very, very thin. Okay. Okay, so now go back to your TA.